Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free.
Live from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans.
Here we go.
Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against the Celtics.
You know, they played well enough to...
Chris Humphries, Freak.
And so it's New Orleans with it. They're leading by 8.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Tyreek Evans.
Ryan Anderson.
There's a screen by Gortat. Holiday against Wall. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 12 points a game, and he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Gents is checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Gary Neal's checked in for Beal. Davis sets a screen. And Holiday kicks to Davis. 5 on the clock, and that one's drained from the low block. Davis has got 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
And Neal kicks to Freak to the middle. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist by Freak. Gortat's got his first basket.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
And the pass to Diaz. We've got 1:28 left here in the first quarter. And that one's good by Gortat.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything. You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Wall against Holiday. Wall passes to Gortat. Got a piece of it. Back to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. And he gets it to go.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Anderson kicks to Ajinça. Eric Gordon on the wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Neal dishes the Wall. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Holiday. Up in time. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and wait.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark. Wizards trail by 7.
And for the Pelicans last year, they were at their best when they had great ball movement. Very tough to guard their team when the offense was so active.
Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Ryan Anderson out there with Davis. And it's Ajinça in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. A nice shot by Anderson.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Well, on the Pelicans, guys, they were 25-4. This is a good point, Greg. When they had 24 assists in games or more. League average on assists last year was 22 a game, Clark. So they were above that, and they played well when they were throwing it around.
Exactly, and they were right around the league average on the year. That record of 25-4 shows you just how dominant they could be when they were moving the ball and finding teammates.
There's the feed to Holiday. On the wing, Eric Gordon, covered by Wall. Gordon kicks to Davis. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Davis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. And we'll see if that's the answer.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Wall passes to Neal. Neal gets a screen from Diaz. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Pelicans leading by 12. Outside Gordon. Out to the wing. Wall against Holiday. And that's a foul. Called on Chris Humphries. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Ajinça dishes to Anderson. Holiday, he picked up 15 points in their last win against Boston.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And here's Wall outside. And that does it for the first half of play.
Well, guys, I'm here with Bradley.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. So for the Pelicans, Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Anderson comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Checked in for Gortat. Freak comes in for Jared Dudley. Gary Neal's checked in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Taking a look at the Wizards. Diaz in at small forward. Nene is out there with Humphries. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Sessions in at the 1 spot. Here's Cole. He has 5. In the corner, it's Gordon. With some arc. Here's Ajinça. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections. And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East, and Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
And Sessions kicks to Neal. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Free throw good. Freak. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
Wizards trail by 8. Picked by Humphries. Here's Sessions, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Sessions has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed. And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Diaz, and it's Cole missing. Wizards trail by 8.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
They get it again. Humphries with the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. No good.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a... So New Orleans wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did.
You got to forget about that one.
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for
the 2K Sports postgame show?
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis. He's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. A terrific effort on both sides of the floor.
The one thing you know about Davis is that he's always going to play with an insane amount of energy. It's always full speed ahead with him.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith,
The only color I care about is green. Money.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti.
Yeah.